tonight's gonna be.
I believe that not that knowledge is power, but that applied knowledge is power. And that's where we really become all that we can be. And we really start to maximize our full potential.
Knowledge is power. Raise your hand, let me see. Knowledge is power, right? You've heard that, right? Okay. Knowledge is power. They put it on the school board, they put it all over the place, right? Knowledge is power. Everywhere we go, knowledge is power, right? Everyone say it with me. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Wrong. All the administrators just said, what the heck did you just say? No. Knowledge is not power. Listen to this. Knowledge is potential. Applied knowledge is power.
David Anderson is an awesome guy. Know him as a personal colleague and just seeing his work today. And he's just one of those motivational speakers that is willing to empower this next generation of entrepreneurs, doctors, businessmen, whatever it may be. And I think he's a great guy and that you should have him speak at your next event. And
I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to my success. I pledge allegiance to your success. I pledge allegiance to do my very best.
You know, leadership is something that I think we talk about and we want to see in our culture and in our neighborhoods and in the world, period. We want leaders. But when I look at my own story, if I did not look within myself and find something deeper that would propel me to get out of my situation, you get to a point where people have to say, yes, we all are, in a sense, born leaders. Right? Everyone's a leader because you have to lead at least yourself. But everyone is not in leadership or cannot be in leadership because leadership is ownership.
The reason why you want this $20 bill is because it still is a $20 bill, right? It's because it still can be spent, meaning that it still holds what? Value. So before we get started today, before we get into what this is all about, empowerment, you understanding who you are, what you are, and what you can accomplish, I want you to know today that as you go forth in your route to success, you will get stumped on, you will get crushed, you will encounter difficulties, obstacles, they will come. But all that matters is that you hold your value. And as long as you have value, then you can make a difference and you can change the world.
You could tell that the students really resonated with what he was saying, and they really got into his speaking. He motivated the kids, they were excited, and I could tell that they were really ready to learn and apply what they have learned from David into their real life to be successful young people.
We're going to empower you by the hour, inspire you to reach your heart's desire so that you can go change the world.
Related to the students, but not just the African American students. His presentation told all students the need to be globally competitive. And I think he was just awe-inspiring to anyone to motivate them to do their best to be successful in this very challenging world that we have now. And not to let other things hold you back, that you can be whatever you want to be.
Most of the successful people I know and people who have made a difference in the world, changing their organization, their businesses, educational institutions, colleges, they all prepared themselves. And there's a saying that goes, preparation meets opportunity. And I believe that when a person is prepared and the right opportune time happens, that will equal success. So when preparation meets opportunity, then we can have success. But until then, we're just floating by.
It does not stop here. And now there's even more competition because there's something else that I think the paradigm has to be shifted now, young people. Because now it's not as much about how are blacks testing against whites and Hispanics testing against Asians and Asians testing against blacks. But now you have a new challenge. And the new challenge is this. Something happened across the world called the internet, the information highway. Something else happened. Other countries became democracies. They had the freedom of speech. They had the freedom to assemble. They had the freedom to get an education. So now, America faces a whole new challenge. Because the young people, your competition now is not the white boy next to you or the black girl next to you. Your competition now, that's not necessarily the school down the street or the person in another state, but your competition are these people. New challenge, and I'm faced with a new challenge. And this challenge is this. It's that how do I continue to find my voice and succeed, knowing that there's a guy over in Africa, there's a girl over in India, and there's another young man that is outside of Asia, and he is sitting and he is waiting, and he's studying, so that when you go out to get your job, when you go out to start your business, he has to make sure, because he doesn't have as many privileges as you have, that he's one step ahead of you. He's reading more chapters than you. He's on the computer later than you. Because he understands that he doesn't have the same opportunity. So he has to go out and work harder and try harder.
My smile. Wait till they see your smile.